Good morning, student. So today we will continue the chapter The Village of Palampur. Okay, half of the chapter we have completed. So today the topic we will start is in farming in the Palampur. So the farming aspects we'll see here over here. The first point is here that the land is fixed. Okay, that means they are trying to say that we can't extend the land anymore for the production. So to increase the production we have to develop other techniques. Okay, so see here, farming is the main production activity in Palampur. Okay, so production activity, that means most of the people are dependent upon the farming. That means 75% of the people is dependent on farming for their livelihood. That means if 100 peoples are there, and in 100 people 75 peoples are dependent upon the farming. Okay, that means the proper activity, the main activity of the livelihood is the farming. Okay, they could be farmers or farm laborers. Okay, some are having their own land, so they are farmers, and some are not having their own land, they are dependent upon other lands. That means if a person is having so much lands, they are hiring some laborers, and these type of peoples or these type of laborers are called farm laborers. The well-being of these people is closely related to production on the farms. Okay, well-being. Well-being means good things of just like if we are, suppose we are talking about our livelihood, though mostly people are related to the production on the farms, just like foods and other necessities, they all are dependent upon the farming. But remember that there is a basic constant in raising farm production. Okay, raising farm production, there are basic constant. Okay, the land area under cultivation is practically fixed. Since 1960 in Palampur, there has been no expansion in land area. Okay, that means no land area is extended. Okay, no expansion in the land because of we can't extend the okay for the cultivation. By then some of the wastelands in the village had been converted to cultivable land. So people decided to extend the land, and at last they decide that some wastelands are there, so we can use for them for the cultivation. There exists no further scope to increase farm production by bringing new land under cultivation. Okay, so they thought that there are existing no further scope to how we increase the production by new land under cultivation. The standard unit of measuring land is hectare, though in the villages you may find land area being discussed in the local units such as bigha, gointa, etc. Okay, so the land is measured through this proper what measuring units. Okay, now we use hectare, but that time they also use the bigha, the gointa, and other things are also there. So is there a way one can grow more from the same land? So the peoples are not this is the second topic we are going to study. So we, in the first topic we see that there is no expansion and plant some little bit of wasteland and there. So now we can think how we can grow the production, how we can grow the production in the kind of crops grown and facilitates available. Palampur would resemble a village of the western part of the state of Uttar Pradesh. So we are talking here about the village Palampur, and it is in the western part of the Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is a state. No land is left idle. During the rainy season, Kharif farmers grow jowar and bajra, and we all know that village Palampur is type of village which is well developed, and everybody is engaged in the farming, and they are cultivating different type of crops such as jowar and bajra, which is the kharif production or kharif crops So these plants are used as cattle feed. It is followed by the cultivation of potato between October and December. Okay, so different type of crops and potatoes and other things, wheat are also cultivated. Okay, fields, rabi fields are sown with wheat. From the wheat produced, farmers keep enough wheat for the family's consumption and sell the surplus wheat at the market at Raiganj. Okay, that means they are surplus production of wheat, and after the keeping wheat for their own consumption, they also sell the surplus wheat at the Raiganj market. A part of the land area is also devoted to sugar cane, which is harvested once every year. Okay, so apart from the potatoes, kharif and rabi, sugar cane is also produced. Okay, it is in its raw form or as jaggery, it's sold to the traders in Shahpur. Okay, uh, only not only the sugar cane is selling to in the market, but also the jaggery which is made by the sugarcane, it is also selling in the market of Shahpur. The main reason why farmers are able to grow three different crops in a year in Palampur is due to the well developed system of irrigation. Okay, so now we have seen already that different types of potatoes, different types of sugar cane, bajra, wheat and different types of crops are sowing. It's all things are possible because the Palampur is the well developed system of irrigation. Electricity is also came early to the Palampur. Its major impact was to transform the system of irrigation Persian wells were till then used by farmers to draw water from the wells and irrigate small fields. People saw that electric run tubes could irrigate much. Okay, so we see that because Palampur is a well developed village, so different type of facilities are here for the irrigation system. So all this system is developed in the Palampur. That's why the production is very good and well developed. So here we can see now the what different type of irrigation facilities are here. So here the larger area of lands more effectively, the first few tube wells were installed by the government. Okay, so because the electricity system is there, so government is also giving the tube wells and other source of waters are also there which the farmers are using for the harvesting. Soon however farmers started setting up private tube wells. Okay, after giving the government facilities, the farmers also decide to put up the private tube wells as well. As a result, by mid 1970s, the entire cultivated area of 2 hectares was irrigated. Okay, so all because of this irrigation facilities, their cultivated area was increasing day by day and it increased about 200 hectares. Now not all villages in India have such high level of irrigation. Apart from the riverine plains, coastal regions in our country are well irrigated. In contrast, plateau regions such as the Deccan Plateau have low levels of irrigation. Of the total cultivated area in the country, a little less than 40% is irrigated even today. In the remaining area, farming is largely dependent on rainfall. That means the villages, a portion of our country which are well developed, they are able to have this type of irrigation facilities. They are producing good, but not in India every villager are having this type of facilities. So the production is not as well as good. So to grow more than one crop on a piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. So we in the previous class also we come to know about the multiple cropping. That means in a piece of land different type of crop are grown in a year. Okay, so this is called the multiple cropping. It is the most common way of increasing production on a given piece of land. Okay, it is a common way to increase the production. All farmers in Palampur grow at least two main crops. Many are growing potato as the third crop in the past 15 to 20 years. And in the Palampur, the production is very good because they are using the multiple cropping, and not also the crops but also the vegetables and different type of vegetables they are growing in a piece of land, and these are all affecting their production very much. Okay, so here we can see the wheat, the bajra, sugar cane and potato, this type of crops and vegetables are grown by the farmers of Palampur. So here some tables are given, you will go through all these tables. Okay, so these are very important, so please go through all these tables and fill up, it is very important. So you have seen that one way of increasing production from the same land is by multiple cropping. So this is the first point, that to increase the production we can use the multiple cropping. That means and the other way is to use modern farming methods for higher yield. Yield is measured as crop produced on a given piece of land during a single season. Okay, so after the multiple cropping we can use the modern farming methods. Okay, so in the modern farming method we can apart from the traditional ways we can use the modern ways of production. Okay, so till the mid 1960s, the seeds used in the cultivation were traditional ones with relatively low yields. Okay, that means before the 1960 people are not using the modern ways. They are using the traditional seeds, needed less irrigation. Farmer used cow dungs and other natural manure as fertilizers. All these were readily available with the farmers who did not have to buy them. Okay, so before coming this all modern techniques, farmers are using that type of irrigation which is easily available to them. They have to know, don't put any extra effort for all these things. Okay, and they have not to buy all these things. But here comes the green revolution in late 1960s. Okay, the green revolution is come into our India. It introduced in India the Indian farmer to cultivation of wheat and rice using high yielding varieties, HYV seeds. It is called the HYV seeds. That means this type of seeds, if they will use in their farming, the production will be just 2 times double increased. Okay, so compared to the traditional seeds, the HYV seeds promise to produce much greater amounts of grain on a single plant. Okay, so this is the quality of the HYV seeds apart from the common seeds. As a result, the same piece of land would now produce far larger quantities of food grains than was possible earlier. Okay, so in the piece of land, when the normal seeds are putting, they are having little quantity, but this HIV seeds, if they will put, they will get the production as double. Okay, so HIV seeds however needed plenty of water and also chemical fertilizers. Okay, so this is the quality of HIV seeds. They need plenty of water and need the chemical fertilizers. Okay, and also the pesticides to produce best results. So if we are using the HIV seeds, we have to put the pesticides, we have to put the chemical fertilizers, and we have to put the plenty of water. So high yields were possible only from a combination of HIV seeds, irrigation, chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Okay, so all we come to know that these are the modern techniques, and in the modern techniques not only the HIV seeds but also the new irrigation techniques, the chemical fertilizers and also the pesticides. So all these things are continuously demanded for the modern technique and for the larger production of the crops. Okay, so farmers of Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh, we can say that firstly these states started the use of modern farming methods. So like the tube wells for irrigation and HIV seeds, chemical fertilizers, pesticides. So all machineries, tractors, tracers which made ploughing and harvesting faster. So they were the rewarded with high yields of wheat. Okay, so all these are clear. So this state firstly started the modern technologies. So the production becomes increasing day by day. So these are the rewards of the high yields of wheat. So I think all these modern technologies and the uses of modern technologies, all these are clear for you students. So now we are move on. So in Palampur, the yield of wheat grown from the traditional varieties was 1300 kg per hectare. So before using the modern technologies, the ratio was 1300 kg per hectare only. But after the use of HIV seeds, the yield went up to 3200 kg per hectare. There was a large increase in the production of wheat. Farmers now had greater amounts of surplus wheat to sell in the market. So we can see that after the use of HIV yield seeds, the production increases just double, and so the surplus of the production they used to sell in the market, and they used to income the profit more than the profit they increase or they get from the earlier. Okay. So here some questions are there. Please go through all this question. What are the difference between multiple cropping and modern farming method, and also the tables. Also, what is the working capital required by the farmer using modern uh, farming methods. Okay. So all this we have discussed. So please go through the questions. Now we will see. So now the third topic here, that's will the land sustain. Okay, so after using this type of modern technologies, this type of pesticides and all the things which using for the agriculture, so the land can sustain or not, because we all know these pesticides and all the fertilizers which are used in the land, they will harm the soil. Okay, so land being a natural resource, it is necessary to be very careful in its use. Scientific reports indicate that the modern farming methods have overused the natural resource base. Okay, so the because we all know the soil and the land is a natural thing, and it has to be protected, but it is not protecting because of this green revolution association, and because of this modern technology using, the soil is losing the fertility with the loss of soil fertility due to increased use of chemical fertilizers. So we can say there are some profit of the using HIV seeds and modern technologies, but there are also some harmful side effects because it is losing the soil fertility. Also, continuous use of groundwater for tubewell irrigation has reduced the water table below the ground. Environmental resources like soil fertility and groundwater are built up over many years. Once destroyed, it is very difficult to restore them. We must take care of the environment to ensure future development of agriculture. So we can say that not only the profits are here from the using of modern technologies, but there are some losses also. First loss we have seen, the fertility of soil is reducing, and also the groundwater level is reducing because constant use of groundwater from the tube wells and other sources, the water level is going down day by day. So we have not used this type of methods again and again, so it is harmful also. So we'll move on to the chapter on the next video. Thank you.